On this episode of the 4 and 6 Sports Podcast, I spoke to Brent Rosencrans, who practically lives at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. He's found himself in pictures, videos, and at least one card lately. He's been trying to catch home run balls that just barely clear the wall there, since that's where he sits, or most of the time stands. It's not hard to find Brent at an Arizona Diamondbacks game, and it's especially easy when he wears his lime green D-backs shirt, which is what led to him reaching out to me in the first place. On Arizona pitcher Dre Jameson's Topps 2023 card, there's a fan in the background behind the outfield wall wearing a lime green shirt. That's Brent.
I believe it was in 2019. The Diamondbacks had a garage sale, and sometimes in their garage sale they'll have some of their promotional items or their giveaways, and they'll sell them for $1 or $2. And I saw this one, and it was first quality. It wasn't one of the giveaways. And it was only $5. And I did it for a couple reasons. One, it sticks out down there. And, two, it had the Diamondback logo on it, and it's just different.
His quest to catch as many home runs as he can all started after he took home a Gerardo Parra homer off of Johnny Cueto back in 2013.
Somebody asked me, how do you get so many of them? Because last year I got 7. I caught all 7 on the fly. And I said, you know what? I just go to a lot of games. I was at 109 games last year.
The next ball he left the stadium with was a David Peralta home run off of Kenley Jansen in 2015.
I just happened to be there. I wasn't trying. Now, the next 29 of them, I was trying.
Like many professional outfielders, Brent does his homework too, but no matter how much research he puts into where a ball might be hit, it comes down to a lot of luck.
I watch where they're all going. But the bottom line is, for where I'm at, it doesn't make a huge difference. I stand 378 feet from home plate, right? So I've got 31 home runs down there. And when I've caught one where that was hit, like I caught, say, the Rowdy Tellez during the World Baseball Classic.
Tellez, right field, gone! Rowdy leaves the yard.
If you look at where that's hit, and then you look at what they showed as the distance, it's 378 feet. So I can look all day to see, at the spray charts. However, I only have a certain range I can go.
He has 31 total home run balls, but there's one that he's on the fence about claiming.
The asterisk one was a 2019. Ryan Braun hit it to the lip out in right center. There's an overhang, and it's right next to the scoreboard. A fan caught it and immediately threw it back. And Andrew Jones was there, and I'm like, Jonesy, I went over, I go, Jonesy, throw it. And he wasn't going to throw it to me, but I thought if he throws it in the crowd, they're going to miss it. Sure enough, where the swimming pool is where I was waving, and I ran down the steps, and of course they dropped it, and I got it. So that one has an asterisk. I really did not earn it. But it's my highest numbered homer. It was his 336th homer. I don't have one higher than that.
When he takes home a new one, he adds information to a spreadsheet filled with everything you need to know about that specific baseball.
I do have a spreadsheet, but I actually printed it out in case somebody wanted to know, hey, which pitcher hit it, which career number. I have it right here. But yeah, I do keep track of all of them, and I'll even put them in brackets if I caught it on the fly. Of the 31, I've caught 13 of them on the fly.
One thing I noticed about a picture Brent shared with me was that he's wearing a first baseman's mitt. You might figure an outfielder's glove would be better suited for catching long fly balls, but the length of the first base mitt gives him a much better shot.
I got it because it was better than my outfielder's glove that I had, and I hadn't broken in as much, and it's a very floppy glove. I've had it. I think I told you Russ McGinnis gave it to me. It just pairs better. One of the seams 2 seasons ago came loose, and it would have done like a Cronenworth.
And that went right through the webbing. Right through the webbing.
Oh my goodness, I've never seen.
And so I thought, I can't use that. So I brought another glove, and it was only about that much less. And I went to BP that day, and I went to get it, and it was like an air ball going by me. I'm like, I had it ready, and it just went right by me. And I realized that I'm so used to it being a bigger glove, kind of like a Brett Butler glove. If I had one of those from the outfield, I would use that. But it's a bigger glove. I actually thought about getting one of those really big ones that looked corny, that they would probably put, who's that guy, catching the home runs? I could have caught probably 3 more last season. I would have just robbed the guy in the first row. And I thought, you know what? I'm not only going to take this so far.
Baseball started for Brent as it does for many kids.
My dad got my brother and I really interested in baseball. I've just been around a lot of people in my family that like baseball. I probably am I don't want to say the biggest fan, but I go by far and away to the most games. I just have access to the stadium.
Once he got started, the good old-fashioned sibling rivalry with his brother kicked in, and the two started battling to see who could go to more stadiums. Brent has 41.
The one park he has on me is still open. I have not been to the park, and I've been to the one in Miami, but not the old one. I told him if there's ever a problem at that dome, at that Lone Depot Stadium, and they have a one-game series, I said, I will be on a flight to Miami because it's a sibling rivalry, right?
If you go to the ballpark enough, you're bound to see some amazing moments, but despite spending most of his games in Arizona, Brent has seen some memorable times for teams in the AL East.
2019, the Yankees played at Chase Field. I was at CC Sabathia's 3,000 strikeout. I've been to one game at the new Yankee Stadium, and it happened to have been Aaron Judge's debut game. I was at the Miracle at the Trop.
It just posted the final here. Baltimore defeating Boston 4-3. 2-2 and a line shot down the left field line. That ball is gone, and the Rays win it.
This chase that he and his brother are on formed seemingly out of nowhere.
It was never a goal until I happened to have been at, I think it was number 23. My brother and I were writing them down. I said, we're close to hitting them all. And so then the next ones started, we started targeting them.
Brent is ready to travel at the drop of a hat. He was going to add to that list by flying to South Korea for the Seoul series, but he ultimately didn't.
If you're looking to hit all the parks, just do it. That's kind of my philosophy anyway, is, when given a chance to do something or not to do something, go ahead and just do it.
And that's really what it comes down to when it comes to collecting. Going ahead and just doing it, whether your collection consists of cards, jerseys, signed memorabilia, or 31 home run balls and counting.
I don't say that to brag. I know it sounds like it because I probably bragged a little bit throughout this, and it is, but it's also hopefully to give some encouragement. I had somebody do that to me. They're like, you know what, when given an opportunity, do stuff. And throughout the years, I'm a few years older than you and perhaps some of your audience. If I can impart some of that to say, I started doing all of this stuff about when I turned 30.
So if you watch a Diamondbacks home game this year, keep an eye out for Brent and his first baseman's mitt standing in right field just past the fence.